Hello everyone. I'm Laurel, off-grid mom. I'm also in I'm a digital marketer, TikTok content creator, and I get a lot of questions about how to do different things in editing videos in TikTok. So that is what I'm here to talk about today. I am doing a TikTok tips, editing tips live today. So if you are curious about how to do different things in TikTok, how to edit your videos in different ways, this is the live for you. And if you have any questions, please pop in, go ahead and ask them. If I don't know the answer, I will write it down and I will find that answer. I will figure it out and I'll do another live. And it's possible that if somebody pops in here that does know the answer, you could get it answered that way. This is a learning environment. So we will have an exchange of information. And again, I don't know everything, but I am here to help and give as much value as I can and teach what I do know in terms of TikTok editing. So come on in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Kabita. Hello, Lovebug. Welcome. Everybody come on in. Hi, Brenda Lee. Come on in and tell me where you're from. And if you have any questions about editing videos in TikTok, like I said, pop them in the comments. Tap that screen, send it out. More people in here, the better. Let's see if we can get as many people in here so that they can learn about editing their videos on TikTok. Because that's one of the things we're all on here for, is to make videos, right? Make content. I know for me, I am a content creator, digital marketer, co-owner of Mastering Online Profit. If you're curious about any of those things, you're welcome to go up into my bio. Oh, my hair is all funny. You're welcome to go up there, click on that picture, and you can see what it is I do. You can also grab some free stuff from me. I've got free things in there. So, editing. Let's get into it, shall we? Like I said, where are you all from? I love comments. Please be engaged. Tap that screen. That's what TikTok likes. They want us to engage with each other. So let's start off with a simple one. Captions, right? So I see a lot of TikToks where people don't put captions on. And I don't know if it's that they don't know how, or if they don't see the need for it, or if they're just trying to get their videos put out there as quickly as possible and do as little editing as possible. But TikTok really likes it when you put on captions, because TikTok needs to be told over and over again in your videos what your video is about. Hi there, Journey Self Mastery. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. So TikTok wants to see what your video is about over and over again in the video, and one of the ways that it does that is with captions, so it knows what you're saying, not just through audio, but through the visual captions. So the way that we do that, here, let me find this video for you. I have a video in here. Where did it go? Here we go, captions. So I'm going to get this video set up and I will flip my screen for you here in a second. So if you want to see this, here we go. No, not mirror, flip. Okay, so I apologize for the sun glare. So this is my video on how to do captions, and this is how to do some of the fancy captions, but you kind of get the idea. So what you're going to do, let's see.
And the ones on this video are very similar, but to do it in CapCut, you tap the captions button, and then a bunch of different captions pop up, and you can choose the style you want. To do it in TikTok, it's a little bit more complicated, but still very easy. You generate your captions like normal, and then you go into...
Okay, so I'm going to stop it here right now. So real quick.
Editor.
Okay, so right here, see this button right here? That is captions. So what you want to do is you want to tap that button, and it will generate your captions for you. What's really important is that you then go in and you edit them yourself, because sometimes TikTok hears you weird and you don't end up, it doesn't end up writing on the screen what you've actually said. So you want to make sure that you are, that your captions are correct, right? Okay, so here we go.
You save your captions.
Hi, Stacy.
Go to the editor up here and click on the captions that are down at the bottom of the screen, and there you can change the style to all different options. I hope.
So there are lots of different options in here, and that's where the fancy captions are. If you do it right where the captions are generated, it doesn't give you a bunch of different options, right? It only gives you a few, and they're very basic. But if you go into the editor after you generate captions and you do it that way, you can get all these different fancy ones, okay? So that is how you do captions. I hope that part helped some people. Let me flip my camera back around. But like I've said, if you're in here and you want to learn about TikTok editing tips, and you have a question, if there's something you've been trying to do or you've seen other people do, please put it in the comments. I don't know what you don't know. Right? So I want to know what you don't know, because I might know it, if that makes sense. So that was captions. Does anybody have any questions about captions, why you need them, or how to do them? Hi there, Rob. Welcome. I've got some of my friends in here. They're tapping away at the screen, so thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I am answering questions on how to edit in TikTok. So like I said, any questions, throw them in. Hi there. And if you're curious about what it is I do on TikTok, I am a content creator, digital marketer, and co-owner of a new program called Mastering Online Profit. You can find all about it up there in that. Co-owner of a new program called Mastering Online Profit. You can find all about it up there in that bio. Go in there. There's all sorts of free stuff. We are having another webinar. We've had 2 so far. We're in pre-launch phase, and we will be launching officially October 30th. And until then, it is a $200 discount. If you wait till after the 30th of October, the price will go up to $597. Right now it is at $397, which is insanely cheap for what you get in this. If you want to know all about the benefits and what the program has in it, you can find that in my bio. If you click on Mastering Online Profit, it says Mastering Online Profit $397. It'll take you to the sales page that shows you all the different things that are in the program. So feel free to do that. But today I'm talking about how to edit in TikTok. Hi, Sherry. How you doing? So like I've said, if there's anything you want to know about how to edit in TikTok, please put it in the comments, because I am here to help. And honestly, like, I see so many videos on TikTok where people are not doing edits, where they just film and post. And it's really important that you do those edits so that TikTok will pick up your video and push it out to people. Because if you're not in entertainment and you're just being wild and crazy, if you're not doing that, TikTok honestly won't end up pushing it out usually. Do you know any hidden gems to edit your videos? Ooh, hidden gems. I learned one recently. Let me show you. Let's see if I can find the video. So I recently posted a video. I think. Nope, that's not it. Let's see if I can find it. Recently posted a video where I had the beginning of my video. Here we go. The beginning of my video had this fancy. Here, I'll just show you to make it make sense. No, that's not it. Flip camera. There we go. So this one, where is it? So this one right here. So at the beginning of this video,
between your content getting ignored and actually making
so you see all that like landscape,
end,
the beach scene, that right there. I didn't know how to do that until I was playing around in TikTok in the editor. And I was like, oh, what are these? So what those are, and I can't remember exactly where those are, but if you, yeah, oh no, I think they're in trending actually right now. So if you go into your editor and then you go to effects, and I don't know if I have a video of that one. Let me see. I sent myself a bunch of videos so that I could, onto my computer, because I do all of my editing on my phone. So if there's a way to do it on the computer, I don't know. But let me see if I can find, I might have a video that shows that part in the editor. Let's see. Let's see if this one does it. Okay, so let me flip my camera. Flip camera. Okay, so again, I'm in front of a window, so the glare is a bit kind of bad. So in here, if you, so let me back it up here. I made a few videos. Okay, so in here, you see in the editor, you see this button down here, right here, effects. It's a square with some 4-pointed stars in it. And that is where you're going to find that. So you go in here, and then in trending, there's going to be all these different things down here. And some of them are like actual like images that will overlay on your video. And you can put those on, and your captions and your sound will still come through. Because I've noticed that sometimes when I try and put an image into my TikTok video where it's where it replaces some of it, I'm like, I want to have the audio, you know, but I didn't know how to do that. And then I found those, and I was like, well, those are cool images. So you can kind of play around with those. There's a bunch of things in there. And I really have fun with all the editing. Sometimes I spend too much time on the editing because, you know, we want to, you know, we don't want to spend hours and hours making one video, right? But it's fun for me. So, like I've said, if there's anything you guys are wanting to know, exactly, playtime. It's my kind of playtime because I am an artist and I don't have a lot of time and space to paint, which is my medium of choice. And so when I'm making my videos, sometimes I can go into that and I can into the editing and I can kind of play around and I can use my creative side. So that's one thing you can do. Let's see. Any other questions real quick before I move on to my next one? Hi, Trev. So Trev, if you are in here and you have a tip, feel free to tap on that guest button, Trev, because you have lots of knowledge in this field, and I would be happy. In fact, I'm just going to invite you. I don't know if you can, but I've invited you, and you're welcome to come up as a guest if you have any tips or you want to. Thank you for the purple comment. Yes, I love purple. It's my favorite color. If you want to come up and answer questions as well, I know you have a lot of insight into editing and TikTok, as well as CapCut. Oh, of course, you're working. I should be working, but, well, I technically am, but I should be working my day job, which is not happening today because I have a kid who had a fever last night and he's not feeling good. So he's on the couch watching a show and I am going live with you guys. So let's see. Any other questions? Let me see if I've missed anything. Okay, so let's see. We've done captions and we did how to do the fancy captions. Let's see. Did I? Okay, so let's do overlays, shall we? I just recently made a video about overlays. Let's go back to TikTok. So overlays are something that I didn't know how to do at first, and it's taken me a little while to figure them out. And so what an overlay is. So when you make a video and you see somebody's video and you see like a little picture or a video that's like plastered up on the screen, that's called an overlay. So how to do an overlay. If you didn't see this video earlier today, here it is. And if you have any questions, please ask. I'm here to help. So here we go.
Get this box up here in your video.
So there's that box.
Sorry, Alexandra. I know this is the second time you asked. I'm finally making the video. Again, I apologize. So what you're going to do is you're going to screen record or screenshot whatever it is that you want to put in this little box up here, okay? And then you're going to go into your editor, which is that little button
right there
on the side at the top of your screen. Now, once you're in there, you're going to look at the button
right there
on the side at the top of your screen. Now, once you're in there, you're going to look at the bottom on
that's the overlay button right there.
It has all those little icons, and one of them is going to say overlay. You tap overlay, and then you pick whatever you want in that box. Then you're going to crop it and shrink it down to size so that it doesn't cover up your whole face, right? And then you move it up into the corner. I hope that helps.
So that was a video that I made actually just this morning. My friend Alexandra has asked me multiple times now how to do that, because I keep doing that in my videos, on my how-to videos, because it's a really simple way of showing people directly in the editor. Because I don't have two phones, and some people do have two phones and they can film them doing something on their phone. I only have one phone, so the only way that I'm able to do it is with those overlays. Sherry, so scheduling a live, and adding it to your last video. I just learned this. Our friend Uplift with Amy, she taught us how to do this. So this, if you want to go to her videos, if you go into her Uplift with Amy, TikTok tip number 14, I believe, it shows you how to do it. But when you schedule your live, there is a little button on it that I think it says add videos or something like that. And you tap that, and then you could go and you can pick a bunch of videos to add it to. So that is how I was able to get it onto the videos. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped, Sherry. So does anybody have any questions about overlays? Do you know how to do a screen grab or a screenshot? Anybody? Anybody know how to do that or want to know how to do that? Because I didn't know how to do a screen record for a long time, and I had to find it in my phone and put it into, I don't even know what it's called, into the, when you swipe up from the corner up here, or swipe down from the corner up here, and you have all those options. I'm on an iPhone, so I don't know what Android looks like. But I was able, a tool, I don't remember what it's called. So if you can find it in your, you can probably find it in settings, and then you set it to your toolbar or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I should have looked that up. But you can swipe down and you can tap screen record, and you can make a video of what your screen is doing, and you can do stuff on your screen, and then you can use that as an overlay. Another way to do it is just to do screen grabs, which on an iPhone, you push these two side buttons, the top sound button and your power button on the side, click them together at the same time, and that will take a screenshot of your phone. So that's another way to get that image for your overlays. You can also do overlays that are just a regular image. So in some of our videos, and many of the people in here are in Mastering Online Profit, which if you want to find out about it, go up to that link. I have a webinar. We have a webinar coming up next Wednesday. We just had our second one last night. Our last webinar of the pre-launch phase is happening on October 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And right now you can get $200 off. But anyway, many of us in Online Profit like to put the logo of our company, of our program on the screen, right? So the way you do that is that you take that image that's in your photos. You go into overlay like I showed you before, and when you're looking for the images to put in your overlay, you just pick whatever image you want. It can be an image a picture you've taken, it could be a screenshot, it really doesn't matter. It's whatever image you want on there. and then you can put it up there. You can have your logo for your business or whatever it is. Hi there, Nabila. So that was, let's see. Yes, so that was overlays. So any questions about overlays? Anyone? I am here to help. Questions about overlays. Any questions about any TikTok editing that I haven't covered yet? I might cover it in a bit. But please, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you know anyone who you think needs help editing their videos and needs to know how to do the different tips and tricks, send this out to them. Let's see. I don't know how to do overlays on live. If anybody knows how to do that, that is something that I want to learn. I have not figured out all the things on live. Like, people have these little stickers that will have like some words on it and it looks like a little speech bubble. I don't know how to do that. How do you use voice from video over video of stick stuff? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Jenny. Are you talking about like a voiceover? Because I know that you can do voiceovers. Oh, I'm glad, Nabila. Thank you so much for your support. Stock stuff. Okay, so stock stuff, I'm just going to tell you right. If you go into the editor and you take the stock images that they have in the trending, where it's like that image that I did a few days ago that started off my video of the beach. It's okay. That one is an image in TikTok. And when you put it on there, your voice stays. And I didn't have to do anything with that. The caption stayed. If it's a voiceover, let's see. Let me see if I have. Let's see. I might be able to see voiceover. So, here. Oop. Okay, so voiceover. I don't have the exact location, but down here, if you see sound right there, and this is a video, so I can't actually click it, and I don't know how to edit videos on the desktop. Oh, cool, Nabila, thank you. So if you want to put a sticker on your live, you go to enhance, then stickers. Awesome, thank you so much. I did not know that. So if you want to do a voiceover, that's going to be in sound, and you click that, and there will be a voiceover button. Like I said, this is a video, so I can't actually click it. And what you're going to do is you go in and you go to the spot that you want to start your voiceover, and you start, and then you have to click in a couple things. You click the button, and then you push start, and you start talking. I've had a hard time with those personally, just because I don't know, for me, I can't see the video scrolling, so I don't know what's happening, and I have a hard time with it. I know that you can also do it in CapCut, but I'm not an expert. I'm happy to look into that, and I will get back to you on that. I like to do the overlays, because that's why I started doing the overlays, because I couldn't figure out how to get my voiceovers to match up with the amount of time and what I was doing in the video. So with the overlays, I'm able to do that because I can point at things and I can move them around and I can speak and you can see me talking, and somehow I'm always able to like line it up where I'm doing the video that I'm making then, and like my voice actually matches up. Oh, when you're doing your overlays, if it's a video and you're speaking in the main screen and then you have a little video overlay, make sure the sound in your video clip is all the way down. Otherwise, you have double sound going on, because you don't want that. Then it just gets confusing. Hey there, Carrie. Okay, so we've done captions. We've done overlays. Let's see. Sticker duration. Okay, so one of the things that I didn't know, but that I think might have been Stacy and Shelly that taught me this. The stickers, where's my TikTok? Excuse me. Sticker, oh no, it's not in there. and I sent it to myself. Let's see, move over here. Okay, so stickers, here we go. Oh, that was that video. The one I was just in. So this is how you do stickers, and I didn't know that you could set the duration. Let's see, flip camera. Okay, so, or is it? No, this is fancy. No, this is not the one. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Technical difficulties, everyone. No, this is not the one. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Technical difficulties, everyone. I will find it. Let's see. I'm having more random people wanting to jump in. Oh, darn it. Did it not send to me? Okay, so let's see. I'll just go in here because this one you can kind of see it, I think. Did it work? Is it in there? No. This is my transitions video. Oh, here. No. Okay, so sorry everyone. I thought I had sent myself a bunch of videos from my phone. And apparently I didn't. Well, Jenny's in here, so I will show you on this video because it shows the stickers button. And Jenny, you're in this video, just so you know. So a little cameo from Jenny with an eye. Okay, so this is a snippet from a live that Jenny and I did a few days ago. So over here, so see this button? Stickers right here. So what you're going to do is you click that button, right? And you can pick a sticker. And then what you're going to do is, let me flip my camera back over. So then what you're going to do is you're going to pick your sticker. You can type in a word if you know, like say you want to have like a follow me button. You type in follow or follow me, and a bunch of options will show up. And oh yeah, absolutely, Stacy. You can totally become a mod. Add mod. There you go. So you click that sticker button. You pick a sticker, and then you click on the sticker. You know, if you click on it, gives you some options, and one of them is set duration. So you want to click on set duration, and it will give you one of those like timelines, and you just move the beginning. It's like I think it's a pink box. You just shorten that pink box to where you want it, and it will show you the video, like what's happening in your video as you move it, so you can figure out exactly where you want that sticker. It's actually very simple. I did not know how to do it, and thanks to Shelly and Stacy, I now know how to do it. So that is how you do stickers. Hi there, Courtney. Let's see. What else? Any questions? Anybody have any more questions about how to do, hi Mandy, about how to do any edits in TikTok? I might know. I am still learning, but it's something that I like to play around with. It's really helpful if you stretch the video all the way out. Yes. So when you're editing, sometimes you're like working with these tiny little pieces of clips, and if you click on them, some other thing, it's like a transitions thing pops up. But that's not what you want to like delete it. Say it's like a little bit of dead space, which I am going to get into. What you're going to want to do is you take your fingers and you expand it, and then you can click on it a lot easier because sometimes they're smaller than our fingertips. So thank you, Stacy, for that. That is true. That is a really helpful thing because I know for a long time I didn't realize you could actually expand that and make it easier. There are so many things in TikTok editing that you don't know, and often if you buy like say a digital marketing program, it'll have like social media training, but it doesn't always go in depth. It's just like the basics, right? So I've been playing around with the editing and with the editor in TikTok to kind of figure out all those little tips and tricks, just for my own sake. And I started making videos about them, and people really respond. Like those are the my best performing videos are the ones where I'm giving out tips and tricks for TikTok editing. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it. Yeah, I decided that it was just like, if this is what people want from me, this is what I'm going to give them. And I'm just going to lean into it. So I'm been doing a lot more tips and tricks in TikTok. And so you can keep following me. I will keep trying to schedule my lives. My life is a little hectic. I never have the same schedule. I've got 2 small kids. I work a full-time job and I do this, right? So I don't always have a time that I can do lives. I often can do lives on weekends. So maybe I'll just start like doing lives midday on a weekend day, just so that everybody can know that I'm always going to be doing it then. But I try and hop on when I can. So if you follow me and you're on TikTok, you'll see the pink circle around my face, around my picture when I go live, and you can hop in, and I'll try and schedule them when I can so that you can see them on my videos, and then you'll know the next time I'm going live, because it's not always the same time of day. Okay. So where are we at? Dead space. Who wants to learn how to cut out dead space, right? And what is dead space? Does anybody want to put in the comments what dead space is? I want to be interactive. Let's do a question and answer. What is dead space, everyone? Sherry wants to know about how to cut dead space. Does anybody want to tell me what dead space is? I know that you guys know. Pauses, exactly. Pauses, yeah, long pauses. And one of the things that we learn in Mastering Online Profit is how to film your video without memorizing a script, right? So what that entails is doing it 1 sentence at a time, which means there's all sorts of little pauses, big pauses where you are reading, going back and forth, and you have to go in there and you have to cut that out, right? So the way that you cut out dead space, says I have a TikTok video on this. Let me see if I do. I don't remember doing... Oh, I did do a TikTok video on this. So, TikTok, where are you? There we go. TikTok. Let's go. Dead space. Here we go. Let me flip my camera around again. Okay, so let's move it out of the glare. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm in front of a window. So, here we go.
Are you struggling to keep your viewers hooked? Cutting out the dead space in your videos is one way to keep your viewers engaged. Here's how you can do it in just a few easy steps. So once you've recorded your video, you're going to go into the editor, which is at the top of your screen on the right.
Okay, so like I've said before, this right here, this button, that is the editor. It's at the top of the screen. It's not the very top button. There's like a circle button, which I think is like a settings button. But right underneath it is a rectangle. That is the editor. And so much of what you do in TikTok when you're editing is in there.
Right-hand side. Next, you're going to look for the video timeline, which is right underneath your video.
Okay, so video timeline. If you guys don't know what that means, this is where you can see all the parts of your video, all the clips. And when you're going through your video, that is where you're going to be doing your dead space editing.
Space is anytime you're not speaking or not moving, and these moments can cause people to keep scrolling. So now you're going to use the split button below your video.
Okay, this is the split button. Now I'm pausing my video because in the video, people can pause and look at things. They can rewind, they can watch it over and over. You guys don't have that ability here, so I'm pausing it for you. So this is the split button. It shows up when a piece of your video is highlighted, or your entire video, right? So that's when the split button will show up.
Timeline, and that's going to cut it into smaller sections. So I want you to play through your video, and anytime there's dead space, you're going to stop it, and make sure that your video timeline is highlighted. You're going to touch the split button at the beginning and the end of your dead space. After you've done that, you're going to make sure you tap on that dead space in the video timeline, and then you push delete, which is the little trash can symbol down there at the bottom.
So make sure, like I said in that video, you need to make sure that the clip that you want to delete is the one that's highlighted. Because if you just push delete after you put the clip at the front and you split at the end and then you push delete, the next clip is the one that is automatically highlighted, and you want to make sure that you go back to that spot, that clip that you want to get rid of. Otherwise, you delete a bunch of your video, and I've done it many times. Don't worry if you do. You can push back. There is an undo button. So if you make a mistake in TikTok editing, you can always undo. So yes, you want to make sure that it's highlighted. You tap that and it deletes that bit. And you're going to go through your entire video because you want to make, you want to make sure that every bit of dead space is out of your video, right? Every bit of long pause. Anytime you're like thinking about what to say, or say you made a mistake when you were filming, because I literally will say the same sentence over and over again until it sounds right, until it feels like it's in my voice and I don't feel like a robot reading a script. You know what I mean? So you want to cut out all that extra stuff. And you can do that really easily by just going through your video. Anytime you start speaking, push the clip button. Make sure it's right before you start speaking so you don't miss part of your words, and also not too far before so you don't have that dead space, right? So there's that. Let's see, what else? Yes, undo button is my best friend too, Stacy. It is so important to know that you can always push undo. And when you're making your videos, it's... One second. Okay, bud, that works. My son is watching a video or watching movies, or I don't know, he's watching shows. He's sick today on the couch. So, when you're editing your videos, make sure that you take your time. Don't just rush through it so you can get it posted, right? When you get to the end of your editing and you've gotten into the next part where you push next, and then you have the description and you have the preview where you can create a cover photo. Maybe I should have made a video I should probably make a video about that one too. So when you've finished editing, you want to watch it multiple times. Just make sure that you've done everything you need to do. One of the things that we are taught in Mastering Online Profits is something called a 6-pack, right? And I don't know, I don't think I have a picture of it on my computer. Unfortunately, but you know what? I might have a picture of it I can put up in a green screen. So let's see if I can find, there it is. Okay. That right there. That is the 6-pack. So when you are doing your editing, and that's John, pick his nose a little bit. That's John Cannon. That is our mentor. That is the creator of Mastering Online Profit, which you can find out about up there in my bio. We have a webinar coming up at the end of the month on the 30th of October. And up until then, we have a $200 discount. After that, it goes back to $597 and it will not be discounted again. So if you want to get it at the $397 price, now is the time, right? Again, in my bio, you can find out all about it. If you click on the Mastering Online Profit Program $397 button, you won't have to buy it right away. What it does is it sends you to John's sales page because it's an affiliate. It's an 80% affiliate, and you can read about that program there. And this is one of the things we learn in that program. It's the 6-pack. So when you're editing your videos, or after you're done editing, you want to go through and you want to make sure that you've optimized, right? You want to make sure that you've used attraction marketing. You want to make sure your hooks are good. You have your SEO, right? At the bottom left corner or wherever it is where you can kind of stick it at the beginning of your video, right? And then we've got the algorithm rules, which is one of the main things we're going to be learning in this new program are the 14 rules to the algorithm, right? Those, you have to get the program in order to learn those. But the rest of that, we absolutely teach on our lives often, many of us. Uplift with Amy is great about doing that. Anyway, so Make sure you've done all these things. Once you do all those things, then you've done your description, you've done your hashtags, you've done your cover. So in the preview box, it says edit cover. Now the cover, I'll show you what the cover looks like. So the covers are, flip camera. Okay, so these, see those? See this right here? That's a cover. That's a cover. That's a cover. That's a cover. Those are covers. And those are only seen on your page, right? Those are not seen when people are scrolling, but it's another way for TikTok to know what you're talking about in your video, what your video is about. So it's important to have that cover on there, even though when people are scrolling, they don't see it. It's really there for like a split second and it's gone, but they can see it on your page. It also helps people when they're scrolling through your page to know what each of your videos is about. And that's helpful because sometimes by looking at a video, like I've gone onto people's pages before and looked at like their page and like, oh, I wonder what video is what, and wanting to see kind of what their content is like. I often do that when people follow me just to make sure they're not fake accounts or bots or something like that. And if there's no cover, it's really hard, especially if there's no cover and there's no written hook at the very top, like a title. I have no idea what their video is about, right? And people are less likely to click on that video if there's not a cover. So a cover is very important. I wasn't even planning on talking about this kind of stuff, but hey, it's part of the editing process, so I guess we're doing it. Any questions? Thank you, Stacy. You're a wonderful moderator. Okay, yes, I will. Here, I'm going to make Sherry, you're still in here. I'm going to make you a mod. There, Sherry, you have moderator powers as well. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So any questions so far? Anybody, any questions about editing? Any questions about covers? Any questions about descriptions? Oh, when you're doing a description, don't just stack your SEO and don't just put in hashtags. You need to have a description that TikTok doesn't see as you, that TikTok sees as being natural speech. Like it has actual sentences, and you want your SEO to be your search engine optimization. Key terms, your search terms, those need to be embedded in that description, at least a few of them, so that TikTok knows what your video is about. But if you just stack those search terms, those SEO terms, TikTok doesn't like that because I forgot the term. Sherry, do you remember what that term is? What it's called when you just stack them? I can't remember the term. Hey, Christoph. Thank you. Yeah, so you want to make sure that you have a description that's actual sentences so that when TikTok is looking the algorithm, whatever, what are they called? The crawlers, that's what they're called. The crawlers are looking through. Oh, thank you so much, Christoph. Can always rely on you to help people reach their goals. Everybody follow Christoph. He's awesome. Follow everybody in this chat, actually. Everybody who's in here is a wonderful human being. I know most of them. Please follow them, and they have lots to teach. Let's see. I was talking about your description. So yeah, when the crawlers are going through, they want to see it in actual sentences. And that's just another way for TikTok to know what your video is about, and so you can get categorized or indexed. So and that means at the top of your screen, it will say what your video is about. That's a search term. So then when people are searching for that term, your video pops up in their feed. And that's what we want, right? We want to be searchable. Hello, Ruby. Welcome. So yeah, anybody have any questions about the description, hashtags, that aspect? Aw, thanks, Christoph. I appreciate you. Look forward to giving you a big hug in Toronto, dude. Let's see. So, look forward to giving you a big hug in Toronto, dude. Let's see. So, any questions? No? Okay. So, I guess we can move on. So, I talked about the script, how you can memorize, or you can do a script without memorizing. Let's see. Ooh, do you guys... Yes, there is another I'm assuming you mean, is there another webinar? Is there another webinar? Yes, Sherry, there's another webinar, October 30th. We are doing one more in our pre-launch phase. That will be your last chance to get the $200 discount. Sherry is also a co-owner of Mastering Online Profit, so she's given me a little prompt there. Oh, thank you. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a mohawk. It's always up in a bun because it's long and unruly. Ceci is sending me Facebook messages right now. So, Ceci, I'm on a live. Let's see, hashtags. Yes, Sherry, I guess I should talk about how you find your hashtags. Might as well. So the way that you find your SEO is you type in to your search bar when you are on your For You. I always do it from my phone, so I'm going to see if I can do it from my computer. Okay. So, oh look, there's first person who pops up on my For You page is our wonderful friend Nicole. Another shout out. Hi, Nicole. Maybe if I say her name enough, she'll show up. So in here, you're going to type in a search term, right? And things pop up. So here's just an example. Halloween makeup ideas, say, okay? So if you type that in and you see, don't push search, just type it in. You see that arrow? That means that it's trending, right? And so what will happen, let's just do it. Halloween. We'll just do Halloween. Let's just do it. Halloween. We'll just do Halloween. Let's just do it. Halloween. We'll just do Halloween. Let's just do it. Halloween. Decline. Okay, so Halloween costume ideas. Kids, Halloween. Decline. Okay, so Halloween costume ideas. Kids, Halloween costume ideas. Like, these are all different search terms. And if it relates to your video, if you're doing a video about kids' Halloween costumes, then use this, right? If it's for girls, use this, 2024, to make it relevant for this year, right? Those are all going to be your search terms, and that's what you're going to be putting in the bottom left corner of your video at the very beginning for like 3 seconds, right? Now, if you hit search, you're going to come up. The glare is horrible. Sorry, everyone. See if I can fix that. Oh, this is better. Okay, so do that. And then, it's different here. Well, unfortunately, that didn't work. I thought it was going to work here. But on your phone, what happens is that at that top, right underneath the search bar, will be a bunch of things. It'll be like top, users, videos, live, and then it'll have a button all the way to the right that says hashtags. That's where you find the hashtags that relate to your topic. You don't want random hashtags, right? Random hashtags are going to confuse the algorithm. It will not know what your video is about. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your hashtags are directly related to your search term, because it's just another way for TikTok to know what you're talking about, right? Okay. Gotta drink water. Stay hydrated, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Hi, Britt. Thank you. Okay, so I did hashtags. Any other questions? Any other questions in here about TikTok editing. Let's see. What do I have on my list? Okay. Who wants to know how to save your TikTok without having a watermark on it, right? So you can post it on other social medias. Because social media platforms like FB and TikTok and Insta, they don't like it if you post a video that has a watermark from another platform, right? Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping me reach my goals. Yeah, when you go live, people, set goals. You can do it. I think it's I can't remember exactly right now, but set your goals, people. People will give you gifts if you set your goals. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Watermark. Saving your videos without the watermark. So the way that you do that, let me get back to my page because I have a video on that. And that is one thing I love about this topic because I have a bunch of videos that I can show you guys. And if you want to watch them in more detail and to be able to stop and go back, please feel free to go to my page and you can watch these. I have covers on everything so you can, where is it? Here we go. I have covers on everything so you can see what my videos are about. Like I said, covers are important. Okay, so flip camera. So again, here is a video about watermarks.
TikToks without the watermark? Let me show you how. Open the TikTok app on your device. Next, either record a new video or upload one from your gallery. This is one from my drafts. Get creative. Once you're happy with your video, head to the editing screen. This is where the magic happens.
Again,
now here's
that's right here.
Tap the arrow at the bottom of the editing bar on the right side of your screen.
I was wrong. Down here.
And hit the save option.
Save.
This will save your video to your device with no watermark. Now you can put it in CapCut to edit or share it on another platform. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite?
Okay, so it's really that simple. Now, I have heard from people, I know that Rhonda said this when I posted this video, is that hers didn't have that option. I don't know why, but mine has that option. When I go down to save, I can save my video before I post it. Now, you can only do this before you post it. Once you've posted it, it will have that watermark. And if you put it into things like SaveTick or I think Repurpose also does this, Repurpose.io. Those apps, they don't remove the watermark. What they do is they blur it. So it's still there. It's just not as visible. And the other platforms really don't want it to be there at all. They want to think that that video was made on their platform. And so what you can do is you save your video before you posted it. And I haven't done this in a while because I've been focusing on TikTok lately. But sometimes if I post on another platform, what I'll do is I'll save it before I'm finished editing, like save some of the last bits. For instance, like the music or my SEO search terms that go down here at the left-hand side. And I will add those in the other platform so that they're and I will add those in the other platform so that there is editing going on. There is music from that platform happening in my video. And then I'll also add, there is editing going on. There is music from that platform happening in my video. And then I'll also add, there is editing going on. There is music from that platform happening in my video. And then I'll also add, there is editing going on. There is music from that platform happening in my video. And then I'll also add my description and all of that stuff. Hi, Alexandra. Thanks for coming on. I'm glad you could make it. It was actually Alexandra asking me 2 times in a row to make a video. And then I'll also add my description and all of that stuff. Hi, Alexandra. Thanks for coming on. I'm glad you could make it. It was actually Alexandra asking me 2 times in a row to make a video about the overlays. That's why I decided to do this live, because people keep asking me to do videos on how to do different things in the editor. And so thank you for watching, Alexandra. I am going to be doing more of these lives on TikTok editing. Alexandra, I am going to be doing more of these lives on TikTok editing. Alexandra, I am going to be doing more of these lives on TikTok editing. If you just make fully original content, not posted somewhere else already. It might be me. I do have decent internet today, so it might also be you. Who knows? Anybody else having glitches? Fully original content, not posted somewhere else already. It might be me. I do have decent internet today, so it might also be you. Who knows? Anybody else having glitches? Fully original content, not posted somewhere else already. It might be me. I do have decent internet today, so it might also be you. Who knows? Anybody else having glitches? Sherry sees glitching. Let's see. Is there any other questions about this? Sherry sees glitching. Let's see. Is there any other questions about that? I list questions before I get to the thing list. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring up guests in a minute too, if there's anybody. Questions before I get to the thing list. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring up guests in a minute too, if there's anybody in here who. Questions before I get to the thing list. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring up guests in a minute too, if there's anybody in here who. Questions before I get to the thing list. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring up guests in a minute too, if there's anybody in here who. Questions before I get to the thing list. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe I'll bring up guests in a minute too, if there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me. I'd be happy to have some guests, or if I'm a co-host, we'll see. If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me, I'd be happy to have some guests, or if I'm a co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on, if there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on, if there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me, I'd be happy to have some guests, or if I'm a with me, I'd be happy to have some guests, or if I'm a co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about co-host? We'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me, I'd be happy to have some guests, or if I'm a co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? And how to film a script without memorizing it, right? and that is sentence at a time, and then you cut out the dead space. And what that does is it makes it kind of clippy, because every time you end a sentence and start a new sentence, it clips a little. It's a little kind of draws in people's eyes, right? But there are other ways to do it. If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me, I'd be happy to have some guests. Or if you want to co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? And how to film a script with you. If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on you. If there's anybody in here who is online profit who wants to jump on with me, I'd be happy to have some guests. Or if you want to go with me, I'd be happy to have some guests. Or if you want to co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about co-host? We'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? Watermarks? And how to film a script with me, I'd be happy to have some guests. Or if you want to go with me, I'd be happy to have some guests. Or if you want to co-host, we'll see. So any other questions about co-host? We'll see. So any other questions about watermarks? Watermarks? And how to film a script with how to film a script without memorizing it, right? And that is sentence at a time, and then you cut out the dead space. And what that does is it makes it kind of clippy, because every time you end a sentence and start a new sentence, it clips a little bit. It's a little we'll find. Yeah, that's this video. So any questions here? Okay, so I'm gonna flip my screen. We'll find. We'll find. Yeah, that's this video. So any questions here? Okay, so I'm gonna flip my screen again. Oh, look, there's John. When you go back, so sorry, trying to get the glitch. It's not working. So sorry, trying to get the glitch. It's not working. So you've clipped, or you can get into the. It's not working. So you've clipped, or you can get into the editor. But your screen is a little smaller, and then you can get into the editor. You can get into the editor. You can get into the editor. But your screen is a little smaller. Yet your screen is a little smaller. And then down here, effects. You're doing the clip, and then down here, effects. You're doing a click, and what will pop up is a is a so you can pick from is a so you can pick from. I like the dynamic, and that's where you find those. And wait, I like the dynamic, and that's where you find those. And way the I like the dynamic, and that's where you find those. And way that you do that, you can't. I didn't want to. It gives you, asks you